Hi, this is Oster, and this is me 3 months and 3 weeks on testosterone. And after a little bit of radio silence, I'm here again. And not just here on the internet, but I'm also back in Alcalá La Real. I went home after the project, and after 2 weeks, I came back as a volunteer. So now I'm in Spain for 10 months, and it's been so amazing. That's partially the reason why I didn't make last week's video. I have lots of things to do, and not that much change that it was like absolutely necessary for me to make a video. But now I'm here because I don't want to miss out on too much. I cannot say if my voice changed or not. Maybe it did. I hope so. I can say with certainty that you still cannot say it, but there's like more of a beard going on than it was before. I don't know if there's any angle or any light that can show it, but I swear it's there. And I also switched from gel to injections. I had no problems with gel. Obviously, it's a bit taxing to wake up every morning and put it on, but I made it like part of my morning routine, so it wasn't a problem. But since I came to Spain and it's gonna be really hot, it's already like not cold here, but it's gonna be really hot in the summer, and I have volunteering stuff to do. So I cannot really wake up every morning at the same time at 6 o'clock as I used to do it, and just put it on. So the consistency was the problem, but the main problem was that I was afraid that I would sweat it off because, like in the summer, it's gonna be really hot even in the morning. So I don't think that it would be safe for me because I think that at least some percent of the gel would be just like sweating off. So I was afraid that not all of the gel would be consumed by my body. So I switched to gel when I went to the 3 month appointment. To my clinic, I asked that okay, it was gel was perfect, but can I please go on Nebido, which is amazing. So I'm on Nebido. This is the type of injection that you get once in 3 months. I have to go for a checkup every 3 months anyway, so it's not like an additional problem. And they gave it to me as well. It hurt. I knew about it. The injection itself wasn't painless, but it wasn't like extremely painful. The nurse was very skilled and very good with it. But it's more like a sore muscle. Like for 3 days, I couldn't really sit. I still I worked out a bit, but every time that I had to sit on my ass and do some exercises, I like, this is not good. I got it in one of my buttocks. I because the nurse said that if she gives it into my thigh, like on the side of my thigh, that I won't be able to sleep on that side for some time, and I'm sleeping on my side mostly. So I got it in my ass, and it was really great. And I don't know if it caused any more changes, or is it just like time. So I don't know if the changes that appeared are due to the fact that I'm more time on T now than I was, or if the injection is like a bigger dose or anything. I don't know because I haven't done any new lab results. The lab results that I needed in the blood test for the 3 months checkup, it was in the normal range. I do not remember the number now, but I will write it in the descriptions. But it was like totally normal level, totally average, fine. Um, Also, I thought that the best is to go and do the blood test like 1 or 2 hours after the application of the gel, so it can see how the highest amounts of testosterone in my body, because I was afraid that maybe it's too much and it's converting back to estrogen. So I thought that the doctor was interested in the highest level that I can achieve. But when I arrived, they said that, oh, next time, or like not next time because I went on injections, but if I'm on gel and I want a blood test, I should wait until it's like the lowest amount in my blood. So, for example, if I applied it 6 in the morning, I should have done it like 12 or 24 hours after the application. So either they know like what at halftime what it looks like, or after one day, when the next gel application is due, like what is the lowest amount it can reduce to before I get another dose. But I didn't know that. So that percentage that I will write in the description, that was the highest that my body produced, because I went 1 hour and 15 minutes after my application in the morning. So that's about that. So I haven't had another lab test before, but my voice I think deepened since then. So I think it's working. My beard is growing okay-ish. Like it didn't convert back to. So I think that the injection is working as well, and also the inner thighs. My inner thighs are getting more and more hairier and more darker, as well as my happy trail. So I can definitely see the testosterone working. It's obviously a bit better not having to wake up every morning, and I heard a lot of the times that the gel made some people dysphoric because they were reminded every day that they have to apply testosterone gel in order to achieve these changes. Like it's not like, oh yeah, I'm a boy, I live like a normal boy. I know I have to have like an external stimulation to be myself. Like it was dysphoric for them. I can understand that. So with injections, that's also not a problem because you get it once in 3 months and then you live your life as any other person would do. So you're not reminded every day that you need an external help to achieve those things. Um, Another thing is that I won't go into too much detail because I think it's too personal. But I already talked about it a bit on the channel. So I wanted to let you know that my plan originally, maybe I mentioned it, maybe I didn't, was that if I move to any foreign country and I have a stable income and a place to stay, and basically I can be independent from my family, then I will tell them that I'm trans. That happened because I came to Spain. I have a place to live and an income for 10 months, and then food to eat. So everything is like the best that it could be. So I arrived to Spain on the 7th of May, and I told them on the 17th, 16th, 17th. I sent the email around midnight, and basically how it went down was that I sent an email saying that I left on the memory stick at home 3 videos, and I want you, like my parents, I want you to watch them in order. Like the video is called 1, 2, and 3. It's 1.5 hour or 2 hours in total, and please watch it. And whenever you feel ready, contact me. And I signed the email as Oster, as my chosen name. So that was, and they were like, okay, now it's done. And I totally expected them to cut contact at least for like some months. I expected them to come around eventually, maybe. I mean, I was totally ready for them to disappear from my life for forever because I knew that that was the highest chance of happening, knowing them and their views and everything. So I was like, for 4 years now, I played every scenario in my head. So I was like, even if not ready, I think no one can be ready for their family abandoning them. But I was like emotionally prepared that this is the most likely thing that will happen, that they will cut contact. And maybe if I'm like lucky, then after a month or two, they will contact just to tell me off or to try to convince me or to, I don't know, to do anything. I had two separate plans. Like, okay, if they contact me after 1 or 2 months, one way is like, okay, we will try to accept you. We suck at it first, but we accept you, like trying to stay in contact with you. Or it's just like the built up anger for 2 months, just lashing out on me in a form of a video call. And this is not what happened, and that really confused me and surprised me because I was fully ready for either of those two things to happen. And like 1 day later or 1.5 day later, my dad messaged me when I'm free to make a video call. I was like, this is way too ready. Like, this is not a scenario that I had in my mind, because like the possibility that they are okay with it or even that they want to talk to me was like really low. um so it bothered me a bit, like what can happen. Like I know that they need time to adjust and to come to terms with this new thing, so I don't think that can happen in 1 or 2 days. Like what can be the reaction? Like I was really fearful if they called me after a month. I mean, that's okay because they had 1 full month to think about stuff and to release that first burst of anger or something. But if they call me after 1 or 2 days, I was like, there's like a higher chance that this is gonna go really bad. And it didn't. I still don't know what's happening. It's still weird. But so let's say that it didn't go as bad as I thought. They are definitely having the hardest time of their lives. I understand and I knew that they will be grieving. Like, it's somewhat natural that they are grieving the child that they thought they had, and coming to terms with, or like trying to understand this new thing that they are presented with. But it still feels weird that they are grieving me while I'm alive, and I'm more alive than I ever been in my life. So I know that they are grieving their daughter, but I was never their daughter, and this is something that they need to like understand. I know that, like, I completely empathize with them, and I know why they're going through the stuff they are going through, because I know them really well, because they're my family. But it's still a weird feeling seeing them crying for days and their whole life crumble, and I don't know, they canceling all of their plans and abandoning all of their hobbies just because this thing happened, and it turned their life fully upside down. um and I appreciate it a lot that even though it caused all of that turmoil in their life, they are still didn't cut contact with me. But I know that I think very differently, but for me, like, this is such, I know for them is the biggest thing in the world, but it's such a minute detail in someone's life. I mean, I don't know how to explain it or how to be smart about it, because I know it's a really big thing. It's a big thing for me as well. But I imagine, I don't want kids, but if I had a kid and I like them as a person, I like the personality, I like the memories that I had with them, but it's not like strictly connected to gender. So if I have a child who I thought was a boy for, I don't know, let's say 21 years, as old as I am, and they come to me and like, in any way, they let me know that they are not a boy but a girl, and I was wrong because I assumed on their I don't know, genitals at birth, or I believe the doctors who said that it was a boy, and they're like, no, I feel like a girl. I was like, okay, I know that I'm more open-minded than my parents because I'm younger and I have all that information, access to all that information that they don't. But for me, gender doesn't change a thing because they are still that person, and now I just know them better. Like, I told my parents as well that it is new information for you, but it doesn't change anything because I was this for forever, and I knew, like, I cognitively knew about it for like 4 years. So it's the only thing that changed is that you know your child more now than you did before. Now I don't have to keep a very big secret from you, and you have access to me deeper to my soul than ever. So this is the only thing that changed, and they understand it kind of, but they are still grieving, like in actual active grieving process of that daughter that they never had, and that was never like daughter-ish. And I don't know why a parent should have a different connection to a different gender of a child. Like, because my parents said that obviously we had a different connection with you because you were our little daughter, and we had that kind of connection, and now if you're a boy, like, we don't know how to connect with you. Like, as your child, I don't think that gender should make a difference, and that was never girly. Like, literally I acted like this all my life. For 21 years I was like this. Like, so it's interesting, but they are still talking to me. My dad, that was the biggest surprise. My dad calls me Oster in emails as well. I gave them the liberty to say that in my family, you can still call me my dad name. Um, I didn't do it because I'm like happy about it, but I thought it's gonna be easier for them, maybe at first or like for forever, because I don't like my dad name because of the connotation that comes with them. And I told them as well, like, if there's a name is made of letters, it means nothing. The name means what you give, the meaning that you give to a name is the essence of the name. So if the essence behind the name can change for you, if you don't call me my dad name because you associate with me with the other gender and all those, I don't know, expectations that you had about me, then you can call me still my dad name, because if you can see me as me and apply that name to me, knowing that behind that name, even if it's a feminine name, it's not a female, it's not a girl, it's not your daughter, then you can still call me my dad name. If I see that in every other day, in every other way, you um, support me and show your support, then fine, you can still call me by my dad name because I know that you're very attached to that name. But for everyone else, I'm going by Ostad, and I didn't say I prefer this, but I prefer this obviously. And even though I said that, my dad started to call me Ostad. At least I don't know if he said it out loud. I think no. But in emails he was writing Ostad, and he said that I'm gonna use this for you. And like, thank you, thank you. It's really nice. Um, so yeah, obviously my mom and my sister are religious, so that part is tricky as well. I think my sister is less accepting because of faith, and basically she wrote me a three pages long letter, and it was more about how I didn't find Jesus, and how it's all the um, how it's all caused by me not having faith, and I didn't try enough to stick with my biological sex. And they have lots of friends who went through this and they found God, and they could I don't know, cure themselves with the help of God, which is obviously bullshit. I'm not religious, and then even if I was, I feel sorry for those people if they really were trans and now they converted to Christianism and now they are cured of the trans. That's bullshit. That's living in oblivion and self destroying way. Like it's just making yourself believe that you actually change anything. So anyway, that letter was more about how I didn't find Jesus, and I didn't try hard enough to fight faith and to live as my natural self. And obviously she said that she accepts me. She didn't say that she accepts my choice or something like that, but she's not happy about it, and I'm still her little sister, and she will call me like that or refer to me like that because that is who I am. My mom also said the same thing, that she supports this choice, or like the main thing is that I'm happy, which is really good to hear, and I didn't expect it to hear that, but so yeah, you can do what you want. Obviously you're your own person, and this society is built on like personal happiness now, not like it was in the past. So you go ahead, and we won't cut contact with you and all that, but you're still my little girl, and you're always gonna be like that. Like, yeah, that's amazing to hear. But I think, and it was after 2 days, so I think if they work on it a little more, and they have like years, they have a lifetime to. Oh, hola, what are you? uh, Interesting birds in Spain that I didn't see in Hungary. Anyway, I was distracted for a moment. So it went better, but it's not going well. Like I know, like they kind of fell into depression, and it seems like they did. Like I said, abandoning all their hobbies and like crying all day, and basically, I don't know, making me a funeral or something. And I also said several times that the stuff that I left at home, please don't touch it. I was really afraid, um, because I couldn't bring everything to Spain, obviously, and I have some items at home that are really close to my heart, and I was really afraid that if I tell them, then they will get rid of it or burn it or throw it away or break it or that stuff. And it partially happened, but not everything, and I'm still fighting for my belongings, because I said several times that they're not just my dad doesn't just do it by rage. I thought that he's gonna be like he's angry and he doesn't like me and don't want to think of me anymore, and like basically just get to get rid of my memory. He will destroy everything that I left at home, and this is not completely what's happening. He's saying that if I'm a different person, as I say that I am, then all the old memories at home must bother me, and then he will get rid of that. But like, okay, but like, hear me out, because I said do not touch it. Like, if I said to him that everything, every clothes, everything that wasn't me, I got rid of it already. Like, I am my own person. I'm 21. I can decide what I want at home and what I don't want at home. I dress and I act the way I want to since for forever. So all the, I don't know, toys and plush animals and all of that stuff is me. Just because I'm a boy, it doesn't mean that I don't want to sleep with stuffed animals anymore. So please do not touch my stuffed animals. and my books and my clothes. And it was funny actually, because it was harder for them to accept that I'm a boy and I still would want to wear earrings and jewelry and skirts than that I'm a boy. Like the discussion, I swear to God, the discussion was longer about, if you ever come home, do not have any earrings or a skirt on. Like, if you're a boy, just be a boy. So they're more toxic masculine than transphobic. I don't know if that's a plus or not. Here I dress as I want to. I wear earrings all the time. Like, today is just this one, but I have like dangly ones, and like I go crazy. I haven't worn a skirt yet, but I will. So I'm really into that stuff. I really like to mix with gender, and I told them about all about it in the video. Like, this is gonna happen. Like, my style is not gonna change, because my style is I am, is me. Like, I won't change it just because I'm a different gender. But they were really not happy about that, and they said that no. Um, so I fear that some of my belongings, some of my more feminine belongings, will be gone from the house. I asked my mom to please fight for me because I'm not there. I cannot. I said my dad several times to not touch them and not destroy them, but please be there. And like, there are some items, like, protect it with your life, please. Um, so yeah, for example, I had a stuffed animal, a turtle. Now it doesn't have a head, and its eyes have fallen out because my dad tore it apart. So stuff are happening. Like, as I said, it's not as bad as I thought. So they didn't cut contact, which is probably the reason for that is because there was a time when I was 10 and my brother was 18, that they didn't talk to my brother for 2 years. And it was bad for me as well, obviously, because I lost my brother. He moved out. And it was because of a relationship he was in, and my parents didn't support that, and they really didn't get along. So he moved out kind of secretly. Like, one day, my parents got home and my brother wasn't at home, and then they didn't speak for 2 years, and it was really rough on the family. And I think because of that, and now everything is back to normal. Like, we have a nice relationship with my brother. And because I was 10, I couldn't reach him in any way, so I didn't talk to my brother for 2 years, even though I wanted to. I didn't have any ways to reach him. And I think because of that, because it really shook the whole family, they didn't want to do it again. So if that didn't happen, they would definitely cut contact with me. But they didn't, because they already been through a similar stuff, and it wasn't good for them. And even they said that we now know that cutting contact is not the answer. So that's good. So they didn't cut contact, which is good. I mean, I'm happy that I still have a home that I can go home to, and I wasn't sure about that for the last 4 years. But I have to be honest that I feel more pressure on me this way than I would have felt if they cut contact and just like abandoned me and disowned me. Because in that way, I like, okay, I said everything I wanted to. They are not okay with it. Now I'm my own person. I don't have a home that I can go to. I have all my beloved belongings in that home that I cannot get access to. Maybe I can ask my brother to get something out of there. I don't know. But then it would be done and gone. And now I still, because I wanted to let go of the responsibility. I had this secret for so long, and I had to act in a way and not say stuff and not correct them, and dress as masculine as I could. And if people thought that I was a boy, I couldn't correct my parents to please don't say to them, please don't correct them that, oh no, that's a girl, this is my little girl, please don't correct them because I like this. I couldn't say that for years. So there was a lot of pressure on me, and I wanted to let go of that pressure and that responsibility of making them happy and all that. And now I still feel it, because we're still talking and they are still going through the motions, and they still have questions, and they, I don't know, like, this whole thing, I still feel that it is my responsibility to make them as accepting as they can be. Like, it's still a weight on my shoulder every time that they ask something, to what to say, how to phrase stuff, what should I tell them now or should I tell them later? Like, is it too soon to say that? Is it not? Because it still feels like it's a very fragile thing, and if I say the wrong thing at the wrong time, everything can shatter. So it's still on me, and I really wanted this to stop. It's okay, I said everything, it's on you now, you accept it or not. And that didn't happen because we're still in contact, and we're more in contact than ever. Like, when I came here for 2 weeks, we didn't speak because we're not like that. When my other brother went to the Netherlands, we spoke like once in a month or once in 2 months. And now, because of this, they want to talk all the time. And I just want to live in peace, and I want to discover my best self. I really wanted to be carefree. I really wanted to have my transition in a place that like I said, like when the changes are happening, I want to be fully happy, and I don't want to feel that rain cloud over me. That, oh, I'm so happy about this change, but will it show? Will my parents notice? Will they say something about it? Like, oh, I love how my voice sounds now, but I cannot speak. I stopped talking, not altogether, but I spoke as little as I could at home, because although I loved my voice, I didn't want them to notice. So when I was not home, I was using my voice more than ever because finally I felt comfortable with speaking and having a voice that aligned with me. But when I was at home, I went really silent. And they thought that I was like sad or something, which I was after Spain. Obviously, going home was a big crash, but it wasn't just because I was sadly, I also didn't want to speak. So I didn't want this feeling. I wanted my transition here again to be like very carefree, just going into the world, just enjoying everything that comes, and not having to conceal or hide anything. And now I have to do it again. Like they said that when come home, I shouldn't have a beard or any facial hairs because they're not okay with it. Okay, so they said it 2 days after. Maybe in 2 months their opinion will change. We don't know. But I still feel there's a lot of pressure on me to act in a certain way to but no, to comply with their demands, and still what I say and when I say it and how I present or what pictures I send or what name I use, like what name I allow them to use, is still on me, and I didn't want that. I know that it will go away with time and it will get better, but I think it's a lot more complicated now than if they just went away for good. But I don't want to sound this ungrateful, because I know that this is the better alternative than to having no family, like not no family because my two brothers are supportive, but having no parents anymore, like being disowned figuratively or literally disowned, because I was ready for that as well. And they didn't do that, so I know that I should be grateful, but I still think that it put me in a position that I didn't want to be in anymore. So, but other than that, it's really good. In Spain, I mean, I don't know if every colleague of mine knows about it, but they treat me the same. So like they use he him pronouns. They treat me as a dude. Very gay, very feminine dudes, obviously. But I mean, obviously you cannot see it right now. But yeah, yeah, my personality shows, and I don't conceal anything. So obviously, very like safe space for women as well. I can see the other colleagues, like women colleagues, acting comfortable around me, because I am proud to say that I no one can say that I lack toxic masculinity, but I think I'm in a really good place right now, and I don't have to prove anything or anything like that. So I think they feel safer around me than other men. So the thing is that I don't know if they know that I'm a trans man or they just think that I'm a twink, which is also true. But they treat me very well, and there was one guy I thought he didn't know, and that's why he treated me like as a bro. And then he asked something, and like, okay, I'm not gonna hide it, like fuck it. And I just told him like, yeah, no, like, okay, bro, thank you. He's Christian as well, so I thought like, okay, he's a Christian, so he probably doesn't know about it, because if he did, there would be a little bit more like conflict or like not understanding between us. But he knows about it and he's cool with it, which is awesome. I don't know if my roommate knows about it. She's a girl, but she's Muslim, so she's religious as well. I don't know if she knows about me being trans or not. I mean, it's pretty. No, I wouldn't say it's obvious, but like if that guy knew and he didn't remember for where he heard it from, so it wasn't like a group meeting, like, okay, this new volunteer who's coming, he's trans. So it wasn't like that. It was someone from the house told him. So if someone in the house knows, everyone in the house knows, I guess. But I'm really glad that they are okay with it, and everyone seems to be okay with it. I mean, it's Spain, so yeah, there's a reason why they were number one on LGBTQ supporting, or like LGBTQ friendly country. It became a lot longer video than I thought that it's gonna be, but I was talking about a lot of personal stuff and my family reacting. I knew at the beginning, I said I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I did. It's a thing I do. So Yeah, 3 months, 3 weeks, and we're going strong. And I don't know. I think I won't make videos like every week now because I don't think anything is like really changing. My bottom growth did grow a bit though. Like I didn't pay much attention for it for a couple of weeks, and then I'm like, oh, this is bigger than it was. So maybe because of the injections, I don't know. Maybe it was like another rush of growing, but it definitely grew a bit. And I think like it's a very slow change how your torso is like sculpting, but I think it's changing as well. Like, and uh, because of the working out as well. But my chest is like now. I think in the last video I said as well. Now I'm just wearing the homemade binder that I did. It's not even a binder. It's like just a stretchy material, and it binds as well as the other one did when I wasn't on testosterone. So because of the working out and the fat redistribution, I'm as flat as I ever was. So I'm really glad about that. So the reason why I wanted to say that is now my body is like, especially my torso is sculpted in a way that if I didn't have like any boobs, and I have less than ever, but if I had any chest, like if I had a cis chest, so like after top surgery, I think my body shape wouldn't give me away. Like I got really, really wide shoulders, and it's full of pimples. Like all, like every little space on my back is like littered with pimples. Which is not like the best part, but because I wanted to take a picture of that, then I took a picture like a back selfie. It was like my shoulders are really wide, like really broad, and compared to that, my waist seems like small. Um, so now my torso is like this V shape. It always was a bit like this, but it doesn't have that curve anymore to the hips. So it's like I think it's a lot more masculine looking than it was before. And I think that's about it. I should have a haircut, but I don't know if I want to because I really like a bit longer hair, like a bit, like messy. But and now finally my face shape changed a bit, so a bit longer hair doesn't make me less passable or like more girly. So maybe I won't, and we will try out a little bit longer thing going on. If I can, I will try out not having bangs as well, or like not like full bangs right now, just curtain bangs or something. We'll see. Um, so yeah, I won't make videos every week, but if there's any changes, I will let you know. At least I will do once a month. That's the minimum I can do. So bye.